Hey, good afternoon. Welcome back. My name is Daniela. I'm a medium, a channeler, a healer, and a crystal therapist. I've been thinking of coming back on again because I do have a lot to say in terms of what we're going through vibrationally at the moment, what's going on in the world. And I know that there are a lot of, other people with similar channels, but what is the scope of my School of Conscious Evolution? So basically what happens is that I've started really this journey of mediumship only about 12 years ago. And it's been a very, very interesting journey because as I was discovering the channeling from, the highest star beings and angels, Spirit started telling me that I really needed to start going towards mediumship. And to me, mediumship meant that, I would have had to lower my vibrations because obviously when one becomes a medium, we are connecting to a vibration which is quite still dense, comparing to angelic beings and interdimensional beings from other galaxies and things like that. And and I don't have a problem, talking about, being, if people say, oh, you're a bit too out there, so thank you, but it's probably not your channel. But because particularly when you are a medium, particularly when it comes to the, I'm based in the UK, so we've got the SNU, which is quite strict, which is the Spiritualist National Union, which is quite restrictive in terms of, using crystals or tarot cards and things like that. And to be honest with you, when I came on, I asked the Spirit, okay, can you guide me through what I need to talk about today to the people following me, to the followers, because I've got so much to say. I need to cut through, the contents, and what I need to transmit. And so, I am independent in a way that I work, and I work as a medium in spiritualist churches. I do one-to-one readings and all of that. But, the reason why I'm here, it's for what my guides, and I'll talk maybe another time. I'll just make a note as I talk along because things do come to mind actually. So my guides. So I will start making a short list of what I need to be talking about in near future videos. So I was saying, I asked my guides, what I needed to talk about. All I knew was I need to go on. I need to come online and just talk. And so I've just pulled from this deck. I couldn't even remember what this deck was about. And 3 cards, which are very, very interesting, came up. Letting go, partnership, and the Merlin. Okay, so I knew straight away what Spirit wanted to say. So at the moment, if you are following me, perhaps you are already following the topic from other speakers or podcasters regarding the energies that we are experiencing on Earth. And a lot of people are experiencing a lot of physical ailments. They have headaches. I've been looking at the Schumann resonance, and we've been hit with a massive white band of light. What that is about, it's about us raising our vibrations. But in order to do that, with the School of Conscious Evolution, I want to be a bit of a lighthouse, if you like, for the ones of you who are awakening and you are asking yourselves so many questions. So in order to absorb and transmit more light, and therefore being able to overcome difficulties in 3D, that means in this body and in this dimension, we need to let go. Okay, we need to let go of past hurt. And I know very well about trauma. It's not so easy to let go of that, and that could be a journey in itself. However, we need to try to let go of the wrongs that have been done to us as much as we can, so that we can start absorbing, okay, and allowing the new light keys that are being downloaded on Earth to actually work through us. And it is true that actually it is through pain, suffering, and challenging experiences that we do have the awakening. And unfortunately, there is not another way of doing it, unfortunately. But one way to facilitate the passage and the awakening is to actually connect to spirit in every way possible. So a lot of you may be practicing yoga or working with crystals, or being tarot readers perhaps, or mediums, or what have you. But the letting go is to do with stop beating ourselves up and start loving ourselves, okay? And go with the flow, because what you see here, it's actually, a flow of water, okay? It's a body of water, and the body of water means, purifying your emotions. There are other ways of, rather than prioritizing yourself, which is already a challenge for some, particularly if you live with people that are surrounding you will be perhaps controlling, or you might have experienced or heard of narcissists, people, and all of that. So once you stop the negative patterns in your life by making the next right choice, because you remember, whenever you go for readings, for instance, and you may be asking for the future. Well, there could be an element, and there will be an element of truth in someone foretelling the future. When you go to someone that is, how can I say, naturally gifted for this. However, I must say that it's important to understand that every day we have a choice, okay, in life. Nothing is fit, in cast in stone, basically. So the next card that has come up from the deck is partnership. And this is so true, because I have had channeling from one of my spirit guides, actually not very long ago, about a month ago. And they were talking of the importance of coming together. I mean, if you look at what's going on, for instance, in France or in the US or other countries, where injustice is being experienced, then people get together for the right reasons, okay? They get together and they want to fight for their rights, or maybe strikes, for pay rise and things like that. People working in horrendous conditions, So partnership, and what Spirit was saying to me is that we need to, particularly when it comes to light workers, but also communities, when you come together, you're much stronger, and you put a lot of pressure on governments to try and change their ways. Because as I've been speaking to quite a few colleagues, mediums actually, who also do channeling, it appears, and I do feel it as well in my vibrations, but so what's happening is that a lot are saying that there are big things going to come, and a lot of I need to be careful how I speak on YouTube, obviously, otherwise I get blocked straight away. There will be a lot of dark things going behind the doors when it comes to governments, science, research, big farmers and things like that. And I'm not very surprised at all. I've been told by my guides that in the next 10 years that we will be experiencing a lot of challenges, and the vibrations will go, and the speed of vibrations and light will be much stronger, and we will experience it. And sometimes our perception of time will go like, when you tell yourself, where has time gone, or literally, oh, I thought it was the other day, and suddenly, you just skip a couple of days and you seem to be a bit ungrounded. But that could be also the reason. But the truth is that we are going to be experiencing a pace of life which is much faster, in a way of events manifesting. And this is the other thing, is that partnership will also bring forward the chance for us, by working with others, to manifesting more in our lives, as well as manifesting for ourselves, because that's there is a process in itself, really, to be honest. But partnerships will help you to manifest more effectively what you need in your life and put you on your life path, okay? And this is where we are coming to the Merlin. So when he says here the Merlin, I knew exactly that it's about manifestation, but here it says alchemy, which is obviously, that's what it is, okay? We'll come to that in a moment. Justice, which is what I just touched base on, and balance. Now, three massive topics, and alchemy is what we produce by reacting, okay? By reacting to events, as I said. We need to allow spirit and the higher consciousness, or the super consciousness, to work through us by actually not fighting what comes to our mind. Yes, but, something comes to your mind and you say, yes, but, and then you realize that your first thought or intuition was the right one. Yeah. So you need to learn to listen, that little voice inside of yourself, because instinct never lets you down. Okay, it's very important. It's one of the first steps that you start learning when you investigate spirituality and you want to use your psychic. I just thought of something, psychic development, because all right, so I'll mention this to you in a moment. So when you we are all a psychic, and all you need to do is just train with it. And when you go on development courses, you will learn a series of exercises on this. But what I wanted to say, it's innate, it's within us. We are a soul which is covered by the body, okay? We are not a body with a soul, okay? So we need to learn to follow our intuition, third eye, whatever you want to call it, okay? So, and the Merlin is telling us that we need to start listening more to our intuition, okay? And if it is an idea that goes outside of the box, so to say, even the more so you should follow it, okay? Because we are changing the paradigms, and a lot of people have already experienced this, and they no longer work, such as myself, according to the old paradigm, because we've ascended, we are ascending still. I work from the 5th dimensional level, and I still remember as I was moving intra-dimensionally on Earth, how hard and difficult it would be to actually work from the 3D density, from the very old paradigm, okay? So it's very important to allow the alchemy to start going with the flow, okay? The next thing that the Merlin is about here is justice, and justice, as I said, has to do more with the society, okay? And then balance. And balance, it's, spiritually speaking, a lot of people are realizing that chakras are so important in terms of self-healing and self-balancing. And in a way, this has been around for a while, but I think now the balancing of the chakras are taking a brand new look, if you like, because more and more people have come to realize, as they have been trying to rebalance themselves with the various energy centers that are around us, such as the auric field and all of that, various fields around us, that the balance is brought about by, actually, you can do it in different ways. As I mentioned earlier, you can start with the right choices or the better choices, which can be, and these days will be more and more different from the choices you would have made in the past, particularly when you will have learned lessons and people will be questioning you, saying, oh, you're not what you used to be anymore. And that's fine. It's their problem, not yours, okay? But balance is to do also with using anything that helps you stay balanced when life becomes very tough, okay? It could be like creating a network of like-minded souls. It would be to attend regular meditation classes or having crystals in your bedroom, whatever helps you to cope with life. That's what you need to go for. So I didn't want to make a very, very lengthy thing. I just wanted to say that on the next week, I've got Patrick Monaghan coming along for my podcast, and I will be publishing that as well on this channel. And I've got my podcast is live on Facebook on Daniela r.florio, and will be on Zoom as well. So the podcast will be live on both on a Wednesday evening, GBP time, at 7:30 p.m. and a GBP. GMT, GBP is sterling pound, sorry about that. And we will be talking about experiencing spirit on a day-to-day life, yes, and how developing, your spirituality can affect you in a way that you can't imagine, really. You never know what the conversation will end up being about at the end as well, but I find that Patrick has a world of experience connecting to spirit in his own way. He's very spiritual and he works with Christ consciousness a lot, which is what I wanted to bring in. Okay, because Christ consciousness, and we're not talking about religion here, no, we're not talking about that at all. He's working with Jesus and Christ consciousness, and it will be very amazing to have him on and talking to him, and I'm so excited. So I'm looking forward to that. So what I'll do, enough chatting, and I'll leave you there and I'll pop in soon again. Okay, all the best. Blessings.